Text me, bro. You see I'm on here. Hold on, y'all. My plumber don't know the address. Drain experts. You already disturbing. It's 5 o'clock. Glastonbury. All right. Had to text him. I thought I sent that already, so my bad if I didn't. Um. All right, so we are live on the YouTube. Thank y'all for coming. I'm waiting on DJ the Money Coach to tap in. Let me send him this invite again just in case he misplaced it. Boom, sent the link. I hope they know it's 5 p.m. Eastern time because I'm not sure what time zone he on. That's been happening lately. People be forgetting. So let me tell him, we are live now. 5 p.m. EST. Right. But until he come on, y'all got questions, comments, concerns. I don't know who email bounced back. Oh, somebody's bounced back. Somebody ain't pay that Outlook bill. Anywho, yeah, because I ain't see he tapped in yet. So until he tap in, I'm just gonna talk about Detroit because that's my city and that's what I know. So back to the church announcement. We have Detroit real estate. He on Central Time. Whoa, so this is about to be 2 hours. Was not prepared. I told him Eastern Time, but he might have forgot. Anyway, we here, so we just gonna keep it rolling. So, anybody want to come on here and ask me some questions? We got a whole hour now, so I don't think they realized that it was that. So I'm gonna put the link in the comments on YouTube. If you want to come on and ask questions, anything about real estate, Detroit real estate in particular, because that's my niche. Um, what else y'all can ask me? Anything about business, construction business, because that's my lane. I stick into the lane that I know. So Detroit real estate weekend. I think I went over all the guests, but for the YouTube people who wasn't here, they did not see that. So we got Narsha coming. I heard credit, which does credit and funding. Dana Christian, who does credit and funding. We have Erica Williams, who will be coming as well as a special guest. I have a couple people from Detroit that's going to be coming. That's like big developers and finance people. I'll be announcing some of the sponsors very soon. So I'm excited about that. Trying to see what else. I think that's it. So the VIP includes your hotel stay at the David A. Loft Whitney. For those who are coming who just purchased a no hotel ticket, or if you local, please be aware that I don't know what the hell is going on in Detroit that weekend, but a lot of hotels are sold out. So if you're looking to get a hotel, I suggest you start looking now if you're trying to be downtown surrounding all the events. Now, outskirts of downtown, I don't know what those hotels are looking like, but it's something going on. It is the summertime in Detroit, which also means it's wedding season. Wedding season is pretty big here. So just keep that in mind. The link is in my bio to get your ticket for YouTube. The link is in the description box. So a couple other announcements I can just read to y'all like I used to do. All right, so if you go to the link in my bio, Detroit has this thing called the Hope. Let me pull it up. It's a couple things. First one is DTE program. So DTE has a free program to where they come in and upgrade all of your light bulbs to LED energy efficient light bulbs for free. They update your thermostat to a smart thermostat for free. I've actually done all this for my personal home that I live in, and I'm going to now do it for all my rental property. It's free. The link is in the bio, so you can sign right on up, and I think you can schedule in the bio too, or either they call. I did this last summer, so I really don't remember. So my bag on that. So that's one free program. Another program they have, let me just go to my link tree. That'll always help. And then that'll help me out. All right, so that's the DT Energy Program. Also, Detroit has the Detroit Property Tax Homeowner Exemption. So you have to fill it out. It's very, very long. It's very, very lengthy. However, this is how I boil down paperwork decisions. Do you like paying your property taxes? Do you want to keep paying property taxes? Do you want to get your property taxes waived for the longevity of as long as that house is in that family? You do have to renew slash fill out these papers every 2 years, right? So if you smart like me, you're gonna fill it out one time, scan it and upload it. Don't date it. You can sign it, but don't date it. And then every 2 years, you're just gonna print that SOB back out and date it. Boom, same paperwork. Only thing you might have to add is the newer tax assessor bill that come, which they already have because technically they the city. But my philosophy is I can never give too much information. So when you do it, you gotta sign it with all attached documents. This is 18 pages long of information and application that you have to fill out. So again, do you want to fill out these 18 pages and not pay your taxes, or do you want to have to pay taxes every year? The decision is yours. So when I get people who be like, "Hey, I don't want to fill out; it's too long," I'm gonna come back every time like, "Oh, you must like paying taxes." That's my philosophy. You must do, right? So it has to be your principal residence. If you are a landlord, you cannot do this unless you live like, unless it's like a duplex or a triplex or a flat or something like that, and you live in one and rent out the other ones, then you might be able to do it because that's all technically probably under the same address because it'd be like 1234 dash 123456. So however the address is run. So that's one program we got. Next we got and I'm gonna do reels to post this too, but all these links is in my bio. The next one is called the Single Family Housing Repair Loans and Grants of Michigan. So what this program does, if you are a senior citizen, I believe. Oh, here's the qualification. You must be a homeowner and occupy the house. So again, no landlords. This is not for you unless you are in a flat and you live in one unit and rent out the other one. You might be all right with that because on the deed it has one address typically or two or like the dash. You must meet an income level that is very low, considered by that does not exceed the very low limit considered by the county, which is, let me click on that. And I'm gonna keep posting all these programs because I know y'all don't like reading like that, but I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna read this stuff for you and post about it, and then all y'all gotta do is go apply. Now I can't apply for you because that's sensitive information, but there are programs out here that will help you apply for it if you got questions, right? And this program is actually I think it's nationwide. Cause when I click on the link, it says United States Department of Agriculture Rural Development Single Housing Direct Loan. So that's the whole US of A. So yeah, it's the whole America. I thought it was just Michigan. So that's even better. So for all my out of towners that follow me, boom, there you go. All right, let's go back. So you got to meet whatever that low limit income is for the loan, right? Now, for the grant, you got to be a senior citizen, which is age 62 or up, and not be able to repay a repair loan. So basically, you below the poverty line or you retired and your income is what your income, and you can't afford to do so. The loans can be used to repair, improve, or modernize the home or remove health and safety hazards. A health and safety hazard would probably be lead, asbestos, um, not functioning water or dirty pipes or lead pipes or something like that need to be replaced. Any trip hazards outside, that's health, that's safety. Probably a roof, that's safety. Um, Not no new kitchen ain't no safety. No. The maximum loan is 40 grand at very low interest of 1%. Can't beat that. The maximum grant you can get is 10 grand. 10 grand ain't a lot, but you can do something with it. So that's a total of $50,000 you can get in assistance. 10 you don't have to pay back. 40 you do. The loans are for 20 years, so you got 20 years to pay 40 grand. That's a very low monthly payment, especially at 1%. Um, you do have to have a title service if the outstanding balance is greater than 25 grand. So in other words, if you borrow $25,001, you have to have a title search done on the house, which makes sense. They probably want to make sure you're the owner. There's no other liens, and if there are, they want to know what it is and your mortgage and so forth. And hell, that the house is even in your name. Um, The grants have a lifetime limit of 10 grand, so that means you can do 10 at once, 5 here, 2 here, 3 there. The grants must be repaid only if the house is sold within 3 years. So after 3 years and one day, you ain't got to pay the grant back, and you can move and do whatever you want to do. If applicants can repay part but not all of the costs, applicants must be offered a loan and grant combination. Applications for this program are accepted through your local RD office 24/7, year round, 365. The application typically takes, they say availability can take, depending on your funding, I guess how many applications they get. They have the links on there for the USDA home specialist in your area, so you would click on that, enter your zip code, and then I guess you find out from there. The Housing Act of 1949 is the governor of this program, or governs it, or I guess it's the, I don't know, the boss of it, however you want to word it. They do this to help people stay in their homes, so they're promoting home ownership, which is great. Keep it in good repairs and keep it safety for their families and their community. Blah 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 blah. They split whoopty whoop. So all of this is in my Linktree bio. What else is in there? We went over the tax program, the DTE program. We went over. Yeah, so you just click on that, fill it out. You can be the homeowner or the tenant, but I would think as a tenant you would have to get permission of the landlord to do it. I mean, if you want one of my properties, I don't give a damn. Do it, because that's helping your energy bills go down. So whatever. So you click on it, fill it out, and you can schedule it to yourself, so they don't even call you. So you do all that online. So we also have the sponsorship package link in bio that you can fill out to be a sponsor. Sponsorship starts as low as $250. I do have 2 volunteers already. I think we might need about 5 or 6 total for the weekend. I need to know what days like y'all available. And then because it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll need volunteers for it. Like, to help people sign up, register, pass out the swag bags. If people got questions, you can direct them to the restroom. Stuff like that. Kind of like a church usher in a sense. Oh, I forgot. We also got Dave the Business Bully coming out of Philly to my event. I'm trying to get Big Business to come. He won't send me his mailing address so I can send him my direct contact just yet. So anybody knows him that's on here, it would be awesome sauce if y'all can relay the message. I mean, awesome sauce. Let me see. I think that's it. That's in my bio. Oh, so Miss Phoenix 91 said DJ is on Central Time. He is the real deal. My hubby and I are clients of his. Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I've never met him in person, but I've seen him on a lot of other people's shows. He's a pretty good dude. Let me see. What else is going on? I think that's it. So I can talk to y'all about oh yeah, today is the first of the month, so I got bills just like y'all. Hope y'all paid y'all rent today and on mortgage because it is the first of the month. Let's not forget. Also, my estimate fee probably about to go up. I'm probably gonna double it, so that $260 y'all about to pay about to be, what's that? $520, something like that, with taxes and fees for single family. Cause my schedule about to get real busy. I got a contract with the land bank to do estimates for them at a very, 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 very nice price, to the point where I don't have to never do no more estimates if I choose not to. But that wouldn't be fair to people who really need a good GC out here. And speaking of being a GC, to other contractors, I'm not gonna tell y'all how y'all should run y'all companies, but I got a call today. Some investment group, they about to start investing here. They said they invest in I think Ohio, Houston, Philly, Baltimore. I forgot the other cities. Don't really care because you ain't say Detroit. So when he said Detroit, I started listening, right? So then he was like, we need you to do the work. And then once you get 50% done, then we'll pay you your first payment. I was like, hold on, player. Let me stop you right there. What you say? He's like, yeah, so the jobs are small. They might be 2 weeks of rehab tops. I'm like, not in no Detroit house. You ain't even got no 2 week rehab. The minimum Detroit rehab gonna hit you about 4 weeks, and that's being nice, right? So then he was like, what'd he say? Cause this call literally just happened for I got on live. Then he said, well, if you do the work in 2 weeks, you only gonna have to do the job 50% and then you'll get reimbursed. I'm like, sir, I don't front load nobody's job but my own. And I was like, maybe we can do 4 payments, break it down like 25, 25, 25, or 5 or 20%, 20% 5 times or something like that. But this is not afterpay. I don't work like that. And any contract out here who do that, use a damn fool. The only time I say do that is on guaranteed contracts, which is going to be government of city and federal and state level work. That's guaranteed money. You get a legal binding document to where if the government don't pay you, you can sue their ass, which they really will sue. You can sue, but they're going to pay you because it's the government, so you got to worry about that. That's guaranteed. Government is the only thing that I will front. Do not recommend. So if anybody come to you like you got to put, so that's called front loading the job, technically in construction terms that's called front load. And I was like, you mean front load the job? He was like, no, I mean you do the work then pay 50%. So you don't even know what the hell you talking about. Anyway, so the technical term is front loading the job. So he wanted me to do that. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work for me. No, thank you. Have a good day. He continued to still talk for like another minute. And I was like, once again, no, thank you. This is not for me. Remove me from your goddamn list. So that's that. Hope y'all definitely don't recommend. But as a contractor, you can do whatever you want to do. I don't recommend because he like, oh, and then he said something about, well, this would be a new relationship and this would be our first time working together. I was like, exactly. So you want to come off on the wrong foot with me, and I'm the contractor, and I have the ability to put liens on there. So I was like, you know what? I front load your job, but I'm putting a lien on there from day one. Conversation completely changed. Then you can get the hell on. So as contractors, uh, that's licensed in the state of Michigan, as a supplier in the state of Michigan or out of state, and as a laborer on a job in the state of Michigan, you have lien rights. So if I am the GC, I'm gonna use your name, Chevy underscore Burns. You're a laborer, right? Let's say you one of my carpenters on my job site that I'm paying directly. If I don't pay you, you can go file a mechanics lien in whatever state it's called, but here we call them construction liens, and you got lien rights on that property. So if that house ever gets sold, they got to call you first, start selling that lien. I love when they call me because I'm gonna get my money. Like I tell people, you gonna pay me on the front end or you gonna pay me on the back end. Oh, DJ on here, y'all. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing today?
I'm all right. I didn't know you were in Texas. My bad. I should have said. I thought I said EST.
No problem, no problem.
Yep.
You
So
know, we got on late. Was handling a client of mine,
oh,
but I was
all good.
here listening to you spit that game to everybody, which is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I was just going over stuff, that I see in my emails that I got do. Oh yeah, mechanically. Yeah, every state is different. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm known as DJ the Money Coach, and the reason why I'm known as DJ the Money Coach actually goes back 12 years, but I'll tell you what happened 20 years ago. So
Okay.
reality is I actually went to school to become a CPA and actually got my minor in accounting and actually
Mm,
had a corporate job. Found out that I had $60,000 worth of debt, credit card and student loan debt, and I had a 525 credit score at Asia. So I actually
mm,
got turned down for a mortgage, and then a couple of years later, I got turned down for a business loan. So instead of me playing victim, which most of the people that look like us do because they want handouts, I decided to read a chapter in a book called Road to Wealth by Susie Orman about personal finance. And when I figured out how personal finance worked within 12 months in the analog world, again, ladies and gentlemen, this was about 20 years ago. So it was before all the technology, and most of you are probably half my age. So I raised my credit score to 700 in 12 months. And in 24 months, I raised my credit score to 800. And I paid off all my debt in 2002. And in 2008, I had a certified six-figure income and a seven-figure net worth. And the reason why I know that, Asia, is because I was audited by the IRS. And at that point in time, I've probably been in the Detroit market longer than you have. So I actually
really?
been buying properties in the Detroit market since 2006.
Oh,
And
you came in good in time.
me and my high school partner actually own and operate 240 properties in Detroit as we speak. So I
That's
created a
what's up.
program called Three Steps to Success. And what I always like to show people, Asia, is right here. You can look on back of this pamphlet. It goes back and says 2008 on it. So I've been doing this for a long time. And I also owned a mortgage banker company right outside of Southfield. So I used to deal
Yeah.
with Flagstar Bank all the time. So I'm pretty sure you know who Flagstar Bank is.
Yes, I do. They just moved back into the city a couple years ago.
Yeah, yep, they sure did. So I basically did all of that. I got licensed in securities. I ran a financial planning practice for 12 years, managed over $50 million worth of assets, which is not a lot of money, but it was a lot back then. I also
Still a lot.
I've built eight, actually 12 companies. Eight of them have failed. Four of them have gone to seven figures, and one of them is actually be a eight-figure company real soon here in the next 24 months. So what I've been able to do is teach people about consumer debt freedom, how to pay off their consumer debt, pay off their homes in 5 to 7 years, buy assets through corporations, leverage the tax laws, and work with professionals across the country. And we have over 12 different licensed professionals in our system that actually have 15 years minimum in expertise and are licensed. So one thing I always tell people, I'm not a YouTuber. I actually own a regular business practice. I have a corporate
That part.
sponsorship with Chase Bank. So Chase Bank is the largest bank in North America and Canada. It's the sixth largest bank in the world. And I have an exclusive sponsorship with them. So
That's
out of
awesome.
25,000 people I personally sat down with, I've helped over thousands become consumer debt free and about 100 to 200 become financially independent. And that's how I became DJ the Money Coach. And that's why we're happy to be on your awesome platform, especially by you being Detroit as a GC. And I know that area like the back of my hand because I'm there every other month. So,
Really? Next time you come, we gotta go to Floods or something, man.
oh yeah, well, I usually go to Sweetwater Tavern to get.
I like Floods because they got the best turkey chops in the city. I like Bakers. You like Bakers?
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweetwater
So
Tavern is good though. I ain't been there in some years though.
yeah, I haven't been there in a minute, but I usually go there for the smoked turkey and the smoked greens and the wings. That's what I usually go there for. Go down to the downtown location.
Yeah, that's the only one I've no, I've been to the one in
Yeah,
Southfield. I don't really like that one.
yeah. The one in Southwood is shaky, so you have to go. You have to go to the parent to the originator.
Yeah, you gotta
So,
go to the OG. Let's talk about I got a question though for you.
mhm.
Um you talked about the eight failed businesses. I respect that because a lot of people make it seem like everything be so like, peachy and rosy and it's really not like having a business is hard. Shit, I work every day. Like it's really no time off, and I do respect the fact that you talked about the parts that didn't work out. So kudos to you because it's a lot of capping on this social media world. So I respect that for sure. All
So you said
right.
you had a question for me. You said I was good.
Oh,
So
you
what was the
must have
question?
been delayed or something. Well, you kind of went over the first one was how did you become DJ the Money Coach? You kind of answered that in your introduction, right?
Hmm.
All right. So my next question is, what is Wi-Fi? Like
Okay.
your financial independence date.
Yeah. So what Wi-Fi is, Asia, is that it's what your number is to become financially independent, not wealthy, not a millionaire. So you have reoccurring expenses in your household, right? You got your
Hmm.
utilities, your gas, your water, your taxes. So when you're able to match that with your income passively, that actually will give you a Wi-Fi, which is why financial independence. And there's a date and a time that you can know when that happens. So to know how you can actually get free at doing that, you actually take your reoccurring expenses. Let's just say it's $1,000. Okay. So if I have
Hmm.
$1,000 of reoccurring expenses, and then I have a business that earns $1,000. So then what I do for the next 6 months, I live off the business income and I stack the earned income from my job. If you're able to do that for 6 months and not have to tap into your personal income, you now have achieved Wi-Fi. But in order to become financially independent, you need to double that. So what we actually able to people to do is while they're paying off their consumable debt, we help them increase their Wi-Fi reoccurring passive income by 20 to 30% over a 12-month period of time. And so if you double it at 2,000, no matter what happens, even a pandemic, you are now personally free on the planet. And a lot of people don't realize that. So what they do is the opposite. They make money, they spend money, they flaunt it, and then their expenses go up. So what we do is completely opposite, like the millionaire next door. We pay off all our consumable debt. We start businesses. We take that business. We leverage the tax laws by buying real estate. So all my real estate is bought in my corporation name. Then I leverage the tax laws. And when I do that for 12 months and I double my income, that Wi-Fi now materializes, and there's nothing can stop me from being owner of my own enterprise for the rest of my life. So that's Wi-Fi in a nutshell. If I got $1,000 worth of recurring expenses, I have a business that can generate passive income, be it in real estate, digital products, whatever. I match it for 6 months. I don't live off the earned income for 6 months. I don't have to touch it. Then I have Wi-Fi. But then I have financial independence. I double it over the next 12 months. And now I have wealth independently because I don't have to work for anybody ever again. So that's what I achieved in 2008. When I went over $250,000 worth of income, which the IRS told me I made more than that, and I have a 7-figure net worth, I basically achieved Wi-Fi. And then I started teaching people how to do that. So I actually have worked with your now, I think, state senator, Tupac Hunter, if you know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did his predatory lending classes back in 2007, 2008, when he was a representative, minority representative. So I worked with him as well. So that's how you achieve the Wi-Fi. And that's what most people should be striving for instead of trying to get big cars and getting G-Wagons and trying to get LLCs because they really don't know what the hell they're doing. So again, I'm a licensed professional at the highest level. I'm not some newbie to the game on these YouTube streets. I actually have corporation CPAs. I have corporation attorneys. Just like you were talking about the difference between putting a tax lien on a person's property as a general contractor. People don't know how that works. So what we do is educate them how to create systems before they become fake entrepreneurs. Okay. So I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. So it's not anybody's technology is going to trump my experience or my expertise. And most importantly, my team. That's the real secret to success. So that's the answer to that question.
But that's true because, like, even before this technology, somebody had to create the technology, so they had to be knowledgeable of said stuff to be able to even create it so you can implement it.
Exactly. That's
Got to start somewhere.
Exactly correct.
All right, my next question is: how can somebody earn $8,333 a month?
Oh, you know what? And the reason why that's important, people need to know that's $100,000 a year. First and foremost, if you earn $8,333 every month, you make $100,000. Here's what you also need to know: is that only 10% of people in America individually make $100,000 a year. Now, you might say, I don't believe that because I travel in a group with people to make $250,000, $500,000, but that's your circle. That's not the norm in America. Okay. So, in order to make $8,333 a month in passive income, first thing is you need to have the proper corporate structure. Okay. So, when you're doing your general contracting on your projects, you actually set up subcontractors to do the work, correct?
Right.
So, you charge them a fee for them to do the work, and you charge a wholesale fee. So if you have that as a system, Asia, that is generating you a form of passive income as long as you get government contracts, right? So now that you've got that, let's say that pays you $2,000 a month. So now that leaves you with $6,333 a month to achieve. And this is also with this assumption that you have no consumable debt. So what we did in Detroit, real simple. I created a mutual fund model. We actually bought the properties, we rehabbed the properties, we put the construction loans on the property. We did the hard money on the properties. That was a system. And that system generated me personally $15,000 to $20,000 a month in passive income, in the tune of what we were doing 12 to 15 houses every 60 days. So for $8,330, first, I set you up with a corporation. Second, I find out what your skill sets or your passion is so you can derive passive income either through real estate, digital assets, or consultant fees, or minority business enterprise. Okay. So when we get there, that will have contracts that will pay you money on a consistent basis. So when you get to that point and pay down all your consumable debt, you achieve $8,333 a month on this planet. You will live like a millionaire. It's not a question to it unless you are out here flossing like a lot of these phonies are, which 98% of people that get on these streets, they're phonies. I'm just going to call a spade because the reality is I'm a financial planner and I actually teach financial education for 20 years. So I also do employee benefits for the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama. I do all the employee finances. I also in the trucking business. I do financial planning for independent truck operations and a $60 million company called Lightning Logistics. We can actually go to their website. you'll see under driver services for financial services, you'll see my company, Seven Spheres of Money, and I educate them every quarter. Actually, Melvin and I, who's my partner of 19 years. So that $8,333 a month is significant to a six-figure income, which is everybody's number one goal. If you take that, Asia, with the consumer debt freedom, and you set it up right with corporation, business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws, you now have $1 million life if you do it the right way. And that's the reason why I created this program back in 2007 called the 3 Steps to Success. And we go across the country teaching individuals, corporations, and small businesses how to achieve that. That's the magic number. And if you want to double that, you just duplicate the system over and over. And what I share with people, Asia, is that I got on these YouTube, IG platforms literally 2 years ago. I invested $12,000. I lost $9,000 in the first 3 months. But within 4 months, because I built businesses and I wasn't panicked because I know how it works, we went to $30,000 in revenue. In December, this past year, we did $83,000 in revenue. And we just in April, we did $120,000 in revenue. And
was
then
that
last month,
YouTube?
Yeah, just on YouTube.
That's
just
good.
On YouTube. So we're already on projection to do $2.5 million just on YouTube. And I only have 900 subscribers. And you know the reason why I'm able to do that? Because I run a business and I'm an expert in business systems.
But that's a good point, though, because I be telling people them followers don't matter. Them subscribers don't matter. How much money you making? Because like you said, you ain't even got 1,000 subs, but you still making money. And a lot of people can't say that.
Exactly. And so what I tell people is that in order to be successful in business, you got to have systems, team, and a plan. And if you can use what I call the 4 dirty little words, number 1, discipline. Number 2, accountability. Number 3, plug into a proven system, which is the 7 Spheres of Money system, and do the work. In 2 to 5 years, you can make $250,000. Because the first year, you're investing in yourself and you're learning. The second year, you're gaining experience. So you're starting to see the same video over and over. The third year, you become the residential expert that everybody's calling on. And if you do it right, it'll just multiply itself. But a lot of people want to get the money first without doing the work. So it doesn't work that way. So it's a crawl, walk, run model. So that's how you achieve $8,333 a month. And you surround yourself with a championship team. So here's what people don't know. Even in hard money lending, they follow the team that manages the money. So when you borrow a lot of money from the government for contracts and stuff like that, first thing they're going to inspect is your team. Who has success doing this? And if you can't prove that, a lot of times you're not going to get the contract, or you're going to require a significant bond in order to cover any blind sides that you have. And a lot of people don't understand that because they're not really business people. They're just wannabes and they're acting out of desperation. And sometimes they get lucky and they make money. I call it ignorance on fire.
And I'm going to add, as far as on construction side, most contractors don't read. And then I think that's what helped me a lot, because I like paperwork. I like reading. I pay attention to detail. And I get a lot of contracts just off of that. And that's the crazy part, because most men in construction, they just want to work, which is nothing wrong with that. They don't want to do all that. They just want to work. So that's where I come in as a GC, and I built great relationships off that, to where we all trust each other. I trust that you're going to do the job. You trust that I'm going to get in, that I'm going to pay you, so everybody eats. Like, I'm not greedy. So long as I get my fee, like my subs, they gonna always make more than me because they performing the work. But a lot of people don't understand that. Like, I don't believe in paying myself first as a GC, because my subs got to get paid first and my suppliers got to get paid first. If those two people are not paid, I ain't gonna ever get paid. And then I think that's what helps my relationships with a lot of the contractors I work with. So that's a very good point.
Oh yeah, you do great work. I've seen some of the videos with you and Erica.
Thank you.
Extremely highly of you as well. And just to show people transparency, fruit on the tree. So just show them that I'm in the Detroit market. So last property I bought in Detroit, I bought it in June of 2020. You see right here. Bought in my corporation.
You closed with Emma.
Oh yeah. So I actually, bought from the auction. I paid $11,000 for the property. I paid cash. That property is yielding me $850 a month in passive income. And that's the last property I bought. Again, I've been buying in Detroit since 2006. Okay. So then when you talked about DTE and all them guys, the tax bills. So there we go right there, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see?
I love it.
So here's what I always recommend people. Never do business with people who ain't done what they said they done. Never do business with who ain't licensed. I don't care if you made $1 million, but if you just jumped on and made $1 million, it's just ignorance on fire. You have not been tested. I've been through 3 catastrophic events in your lifetime. 9/11. I've been through the Great Recession, and I've been through the pandemic, and my business continues to go upward because just like McDonald's, I have a system.
Mm-hmm.
And just like McDonald's, I have professionals on my team, engineers, bankers, attorneys, estate planners, business coaches, registered investment advisors. Y'all hear what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So if you're actually trying to gauge who to work with versus the personality that's getting a lot of, likes and subs, and they really don't know what they're doing, but they're making money because they're making their money. There's nothing wrong with it. Transparency is the question. You know what I'm saying? So if they tell you, you know what, I made a course and I'm actually making all my money from the course, but I only bought 1 or 2 properties, but I actually created this course and that's how I'm making my money. And if you're transparent like that and you keep buying that course, I got no problem with it. But if you're telling me, Asia, oh, you made your millions doing real estate, but you actually made your millions selling me your digital course,
Yep.
I got a problem with that. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you a general contractor. So you making your money as a GC. And then you come out with your digital course and everything else, you deserve to get that because you put the work in.
Mm-hmm. But like I tell people, like I invest too, but I tell people I'm always gonna be a contractor first because on the investor side, they care more about that number, about that bottom line. If something's wrong, I'm gonna be pissed, but I'm gonna go and bite that bullet and fix it because I got a conscience. My name is on this house. All my son's name is on their house, and they feel the same way I do. Asia, we gonna take care of it, pay us on the back end or whatever. But I built that relationship. Like I've been in business almost 12 years this December. Like I started when I was 27. It don't even seem like it, but the time go by fast. So I got a question for you, DJ. Since you've been buying in Detroit when them prices was good. So the transformation you seen of Detroit from then to now, what do you think?
I'm being total honest.
Total.
For me personally, and people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, I'm
Mm-hmm.
moving out of Detroit. And it got nothing to do with Detroit. Here's why. As a high level investor, I like to champion other things that people haven't accomplished. Detroit is a great market for you still invest in. I still recommend my clients invest in Detroit. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm divesting because I'm moving to a higher plane in my investment strategies. But right now, in terms of the prices in Detroit, they're still good. You still can get yourself a house for $20,000 to $40,000. You still can make $8,000 to $1,000 a month, and I think
Yep.
it's well worth it if you're working with a good team like yours, or if you're
Yeah.
working with a good team like my team that's still on the ground. That actually they're not going anywhere with the 240 properties. But for me as an investor, I've already conquered Detroit. So right now, Detroit is hot, but I was doing it before you even were doing it. You see
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? So I already did everything. I was a mortgage banker in Detroit, working with Flagstaff. I did residential properties. I did some commercial properties. And now I just hold a portfolio just to still give me credibility that I know the market because I own real estate. So I will always own 1 or 2 properties in Detroit. But if you're now looking to go to the next level, commercial properties, and like you said, with the land bank, we actually have a project right now where we have access to 167 properties in Detroit through the land bank. Because
Mm-hmm.
as you well know, Asia, is that when we come to the auction, we come with a proven track record. And
And cash.
so it's exactly. So if they know us, we say we're gonna buy 12 houses since we've been doing it since 2006. Likelihood we're gonna buy the 12 houses and we have the escrow money right there. But if you come in as one person or one GC for the first time and you're trying to compete against us, they're gonna charge you more because they
Fact.
don't know your ability to follow through with the project or even pay on time. You know what
Not
I'm saying?
only that, you pull permits and then they can go back and look and that that's what I tell people about pulling permits. Like a lot of people don't want to pull permits because they figure they saving money or trying to get around. Them permits save your ass because in your case, you come and like, look, I want to buy all these houses and rehab it. You can pull up every address I've ever done and seen all the permits was done, all the
Exactly.
permits was passed, all the work was passed, and then when appraisal time come, you got your proof of what was done.
It's funny you said that. We used to dictate the appraisals in a 3 mile radius of all our properties. I'm gonna say
Yeah, I
that
believe.
again. I'm gonna say that again, ladies and gentlemen. We got the game down mastered so well that we dictated the appraisals, and that was one reason why I was on the mortgage banker. Let me tell you how I got in the mortgage banker business. It was by default. So we were sitting in a white boy's office in Southfield, and
Mm-hmm.
we had at this time maybe did about 15, 20 houses. And all I did is sat down and asked him, say, "Hey man, can you refer some people to us just to buy the houses we rehab?" So he just laughed. So I turned to my partner, Clarence, who's actually right here. He's the one with the kufi on his head, right to my left, because he's a Muslim, right?
Right.
So I turned to Clarence. I said, "Hey man, get up. It's time to go." And Clarence like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Brother, I don't do business with nobody who don't respect us." And I
Fact.
said, "We out of here." He was like, "Well, where are we gonna get the money from to finance the rest of the house?" I said, "I will bankroll us." This was in 2008. So I got up from the table. I told him to get his butt up. I said, "If you're gonna stay there, then our friendship from 13 years of age is done, brother.
It's
Because if you
OV.
want to get yourself pimped by him, I'm not." So I got up from the table. He said, "Hey man, we need $50,000 to continue to do what they were doing for us." I said, "You're gonna have that money in 7 days." So I went to my mentor, showed him the project. He came up to Detroit. He looked at everything. He liked it. And the first thing he told Clarence, he said, "Y'all need to put your own money in the bank. You believe in it so much, do it yourself." So
Yep.
Clarence didn't have the money. I went and put a home equity line of credit on my property for $50,000. I got another investor to give me 50,000. And before you know it, the bank that we were doing the business to connect to these white boys was run by a black girl who's on my thing. Her name is Kelly. So she's the young lady right here. Her name is Kelly, right?
Mhm.
So she had a mortgage banker business. I said, "Kelly, look, we're going to start doing these loans like they were doing." She said, "Well, I can't pay you on that because it's not legal." I said, "Well, it's legal if I own part of your business." And she's
Fact.
like, "Well, I'm not giving you part of my business." I said, "Okay, well, you just going to blow 100 grand a month of income." She got wise and she sold me 5% of her business.
She ain't even want see. That's the crazy. Only 5% to make that. Like, man, I do that in a heartbeat. Like,
And
I've had people want to partner with my company because I got all my government certs, like my woman owned and all that stuff. But they just want me to be the person out front and don't want me to do shit. And I don't like that because
right
I
now, don't
actually,
don't ever be a pass through.
yeah, that's basically what it was,
Right,
and they
because you'll
never
get
worked
tripped
out.
up.
I don't want to do that. I was like, I actually love construction. This is actually my passion. So no, I actually want to know what the hell going on too. So like, I definitely respect that though. But as far
Yep.
as the mortgage, that's my ultimate goal with Detroit. Like, we got so much vacant land here, so many private. The land makers almost at their capacity. They said it's like 140 houses, I think, left that's on their rehab and ready list. And then not including the ones they gonna sell. And once that's done, they gonna start building. They got to. We got too much open land.
Yeah, it's sprawling out. So from
Yeah.
a regular investor to an intermediate investor, Detroit is still the place to be. Don't get me
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I love Detroit market, but for me personally, I've moved on to bigger, more sophisticated investments. So I'm actually investing in Zanzibar in Africa. I bought my own
Oh,
resort in Africa.
oh, so we got to come check you out then. It's black
Right.
owned too. We there.
Right. Yeah. So Erica has it on her video. I've got a video I can show your people. So I'm always trying to do what nobody else can do. I like to do legacy things.
Mm-hmm.
So for my intermediate investors, my novice investors, we have a system. We can turn them over to you. We can turn them over to our guys. And anybody that's investing from $5,000 to $40,000, Detroit is still the best in the market next to Cleveland. And
Facts.
then from there, it would just go down to mobile homes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you always got to be a pioneer in your industry to stay ahead of the game. Because it ain't the technology that's going to keep us ahead. It's the vision that you have that's going to keep us ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I've been telling like a lot of contractors, I'm like, look, y'all not need to start getting all these certifications because it might not come right now, but it's coming. It's only so many more houses that we can rehab in Detroit. Our house, you've been here. Our houses is big as hell. The rehabs are so massive that you might as well tear it down for 40 grand and rebuild for 250. Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna be all in 300,000, but now you got a new container home on this lot that's gonna last another 100 years. That's made of steel. Like, it's steel. What's gonna destroy steel? I mean, God can destroy it when it get to that point, but just in everyday weather in Detroit, you
Yeah.
straight. We got too much land. Like, I've been telling people about certain neighborhoods to invest in. Like, with me, you gonna have to talk offline the next time you come to Detroit. We got to go to floods.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
for
Definitely.
sure.
I'll be up there at the end of June. I come the last week of June and up until the 6th of July. So
I be
I make a pilgrimage to Chicago. Then I go up to Detroit as well because I'm also working on a project right now with the University of Michigan. I'm also an NIL certified agent as
that's
well.
what's up. Are
So
you going to Erica's event?
oh yeah,
And
yeah, the boat
yeah, I
party.
see you there. Yeah, I see you there then, cause
Yeah,
I'll be down south when you come up here.
yeah,
I'll be
I'll be there. Actually, I'll have my book in her swag bag as well. So
for sure.
Eric and I do a lot of stuff together. So we basically are just two peas in a pod.
That's
At the
awesome.
end of the day, so the network is ever growing. And one of the things we got to do better, Asia, is we got to learn how to do cooperative economics with people actually playing the game the right way. And so that's you're playing it the right way. Erica's playing it the right way. Diamond Dave is playing it the right way. And all we
Mhm.
try to do is connect with those who share the same business morals and principles and really have a heart for helping our people out. That's
That's true.
that's really what it boils down to because we're few and far between. We are 1%, but we can actually help out 100% of our people if we just collectively work together and not try to, be the king or the queen at the top of the mountain by ourselves. See, I've been there, done that. I'm 5 decades on this planet. You know, I just
That's what's
look
up.
like I'm only about 30 years of age, but I got 5 decades on this planet.
See, black don't crack.
That's right. And when
Well,
you free,
most black.
oh yeah, and when you free, you got plenty of money and peace of mind. You just age very slowly like a fine wine.
Mm-hmm. I'm with that. Now, I forgot my other question, but I'll go to this one. The other one I was gonna ask you. So, how can somebody pay off their home in 7 to 10 years?
Okay, that's a great question. So typically, what's the term of a regular mortgage when you buy one? What's the typical term?
30.
30 years. Okay, and how do they typically pay for that mortgage?
Every month with their job.
Yep, every month with a job. And what type of loan is that called in the financial industry? Not in the consumer world, but in the internal world. What kind of loan is that called?
I'm
You were
not
just
sure.
you were just talking about front loading contracts. It's a
So
front load. It's a front
that's
loaded loan.
I
And
never thought of it that
yeah,
way.
it's a front loaded loan because guess what? When you buy your house in a mortgage, that mortgage gets sold to a servicing company, correct?
Yep,
Like Fifth Serve. You know who they are, right? Fifth Serve.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. So what happens is they actually sell your mortgage to a servicing company. So 94% of your payment, the first 7 to 9 years, is nothing but interest. Because once
Mm-hmm.
they sold it to the servicing company cuts the mortgage company a full check for how much you borrowed the money for. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that 30-year term and then you apply bi-monthly payments and then you add an additional $100 to $200 to your principal, you could pay off that home in 7 to 10 years.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So you've been in Detroit a minute. When it was super bad here, I mean bad, when the market crashed,
Yeah.
I remember we did a settlement on my mother's house with the bank. And when
Yeah.
the paperwork came, it didn't say Bank of America. It was something LLC.
Exactly.
This was before, this was right when I started getting into real estate and the wholesaling. And I'm like, what? And I
Yeah.
was like, you just proved like that's true. Like it don't be the bank that own it. It be like some subsidiary or a company or something like that, some foreign entity or
Right.
whatever. So I was like, that's crazy.
So they're in the servicing business. So let me tell you, go in a little bit deeper. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when the central bank lowered the interest rates down to zero to the retail bank, see, people don't even know every bank they're dealing with is a retail bank. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. Those are retail banks, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. The central bank is run by the IMF, International Monetary Fund, okay, or the
Mm-hmm.
governors of the, well, people call it. Well, I won't get into that. But anyway, so when the central bank dropped the mortgage rates down to zero to the retail bank, which is Bank of America, Comerica, which you're very familiar with, which is a very archaic bank and out of service. Okay, they are bad business, Comerica Bank. Okay, so now they dropped to zero. So now the retail bank, Comerica, says, "Oh, I get that rate at zero." And now instead of the interest rate when it was 6% in 2018, they drop your rate down to 2%. So you're in this 30-year mortgage. You bought your first property in 2012, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you paid $100,000, but you are now 50% into the term, and now you own maybe luckily 25% in equity. But now I brought you an interest rate from 6% down to 2%. And let's say your mortgage payment was $1,000 before that, right? And so now I say, look, Asia, I can give you a payment for $600. You're excited because you see $400 you saving, which is 5 grand a year. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a saying that my grandfather taught me. He says, the big print giveth, the little print taketh away. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the secret that you're getting rolled over all the time. So you take that new interest and you pay 10 years in on that front loan. And now you go right back into a 30-year term. So you then gave them back $120,000 in interest. And now instead of you paying 3 times that house, you're going to pay 4.5 because you
Mm.
thought you saved $5,000 a year. But what you should have done, you should have went into a 20-year loan. Better yet, you should have went into a 15-year loan, not lower your payment, and took that payment, and you would pay your house off in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's called the 50-25 rule. And I actually created that 15 years ago.
They don't try to penalize you enough for paying off early, do they?
No,
Okay.
There's no penalties at all. So I can show you how to pay your house off in 7 to 10 years early on a 30 year, and on a 15, I can have your house paid off in 5 to 7 years, and you don't even have to use a HELOC.
The thing is people gonna really double down and sacrifice for those couple years what they need to do that. I would, because 5 to 7 years gonna go by either way.
Well, see, now we have a program for that. And actually, I'm going to offer your people a special tonight. So, what we do is I teach a program called Family Finance 101. I've been teaching it in Detroit since 2008. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've taught it in the libraries, I've taught it for some of the school principals up there as well. And what I basically do is I challenge them that their goals and their dreams are what they really want. I'll actually put them on a program to actually get them totally debt free in 2 to 5 years, pay off their house, get a 6-figure income, give them 2 master classes of training, give them 2 consultations with me. And actually, that's something that I normally charge $2,300 for. Today, I'm going to give that whole package to your people if they're smart for less than $200.
Okay.
So that's 2 full master classes, 2 full consultations. I charge $1,500 an hour for my time, and I get that all day in corporate America. And Asia, that's not a brag. It just happened what I yield in corporate America.
No,
So,
I'm not. I don't think it's bragging. I just need to up my price. Cause like I up my consultation fee because I was like, I'm too cheap compared to everybody else, and I know way more
right.
on this business construction side.
Right. So if you're licensed, which you are, you should be getting paid more than they get paid. That's the reality. But we don't have value because everybody wants free and something for nothing. But guess what? I've never seen free get anybody free.
Thanks.
You know, I'm gonna say that again. I never seen free get anybody free. Now, every now and then you'll have somebody who's a supernova and they can, simulate information and process it and do it themselves. But that's a very rare bird. Okay. That's a unicorn. Most of us are very average. I'm a very average person. I just learned principles of success and I've applied them. That's why I failed 8 times in business before I had any success. And once I figured out what the success principle was and the template, I just follow it. That's all I do. So if you can put yourself in position to work with Asia, who has a general contractor license, who has experience, who has subcontractors, suppliers that she takes care of and has a great name in the marketplace, why try to beat her? Why not join her? That would be the smart thing. See, that's what we don't do in our community because we got that hip hop culture. Everybody's a gangster. Everybody's their own beast. And that's all a bunch of fugazi. You know what I'm saying? Because all successful businesses have teams. No matter if you subcontract them out or you have them on your personal team, everybody has a team that has some semblance of success. That's sustainable. And I'm going to say that again, ladies and gentlemen. That's sustainable. I used to be a one-hit wonder. I used to be a one-man operation. And I realized even if I made $1 million, if I lost my ability to earn, that million goes away. That's why when you own franchises, you can't own just one. You got to own multiple. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense to me.
So that's what your people have to understand. And then they have to understand that, hey, are they licensed? What's their experience? Are they specialists or are they generalists? See, we're specialists. You can look up my attorney, Lisa K. Shebar. She is the #1 trademark attorney in the world. Not because I say it, it's because McDonald Hamburgers said it. She ran the whole international trademark department. She also handled BMI Music when they got their master stolen. She was the head counsel. So if they say she are, then she must be, and you will be fortunate to get access to her through my sphere of influence at pennies on the dollar because she loves me and she will love you because you're part of our program. That's real. So if your people are needing intellectual trademark, gag orders, so when they share their ideas with people and they don't have the resources before they get the capital, she can protect you. And I give that consultation to you absolutely free. And
is that part of the 197 or the 1500?
Say it again.
Is that part of the course you was talking about? That's part of that.
That's part of the course that I'm offering to your people right now today. It's a special just for your people. Here's again what they get. We call it the 2 by 2 by 2. 2 first is for our 2nd year anniversary, which we just celebrated in April. 2 master classes. The master class is actually 2 hours. We're doing the master class tonight. So you can literally buy this program tonight and literally be live with us at 7:30 Eastern time with Chase Bank. I'm going to say that again. So this master class is complete 2 hours training that in corporate America, I get $900 per person. So that's one class I'll give you. Then I'm going to give you a second master class. And what our master class is going to be about, Asia, #1, we're going to teach you about business credit. We're going to teach you about startup capital. And we're going to teach you about real estate investing from the basic principles. And And we're going to take you step by step through those. The second masterclass, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be about consumer debt, 800 credit scores, and Zanzibar. So you're going to get 2 classes that are 6 hours, that are $2,000 for the classes themselves. And then you're going to get 2 consultations, one with me personally and one with the choice of one of my experts on my team. So you can get a consultation with Lisa. You can get a consultation with our registered investment advisor. His name is Melvin Hobson. He graduated from Cass Tech. He also a graduate of Michigan State.
I went to King.
Okay, you went to King. So he's a graduate of Michigan State as well. He has a master's degree. He's got 7 different financial degrees in terms of certifications. And he's been doing it for 19 years, and he manages millions of dollars of assets. Or you can get a consultation from our CPA. We have 6 CPAs, ladies and gentlemen, 6. We have a CPA, the head guy, his name is James Lane Jr. You can look him up. He is a senior partner for Emerge Financial. If you pull up emergefinancial.com, you'll see that they do the municipality taxes for Alameda County and Oakland. That means they do all the taxes for the municipality. He also did the taxes for BP Amoco, billion-dollar tax returns, Asia.
That's big.
He also does taxes for E40. If you know any rappers named E40, he does E40 taxes.
Out the bay?
Yep. So you get him a free consultation. Now, again, this is a guy, retainer, $10,000. But if you come to my class and invest $197 tonight, you get a consultation with him free. Tell me if that's not a value. Yeah. Real talk.
Real. Because like I'm working on my retirement plan. Like my goal is to be retired by 50. And I'm like, that's only 11 years. So that's not that far
guess
away.
What? Then I'm here, right in front of you.
Yeah, we about to be best friends.
Right here in front of you. So what I'm sharing with our people is that go and challenge yourself. Where can you go for $197 and get 2 master classes by licensed professionals that are on LinkedIn that are doing business with Fortune 50 companies? I'm going to say it again. Chase is my sponsor. Okay? They're my official sponsor. BP Amoco, largest oil company, I think, in the Western Hemisphere. Okay? Yeah. McDonald's hamburger, largest franchise in the world for hamburgers. Yes or no? My attorney used to be their international trademark attorney. So just that right alone, you should ask yourself, could I even afford to sit down one-on-one with those individuals? Yet alone these people on these YouTube streets that claim to be so great at what they do.
Thanks.
So that's what we're bringing them right now tonight. It's called 2 by 2 for 2. And the last 2 is $200 or less. You get all of that and it's satisfaction guaranteed. What does that mean? If you come through the program and you do what we recommend that you do and it don't work, we will try to make sure it does work, because this is not a 2 to 5 week success program. It's not a 2 to 5 month success program. It's a 2 to 5 year platform, because guess what? When I had my $60,000 worth of debt, Asia, it took me 5 years to get in that debt. It took me 5 years to get out of it. But we live in a microwavable society. We think it's going to be just like that. And now let me tell you another secret. I can show you how to take student loan, and in 12 months, even if it's $250,000, how to get rid of it, technically safe and simple to do by a couple of investment strategies that I've practiced and perfected over the last 10 years.
But yeah, I'm gonna need that, because I know Biden ain't about to forget nothing. So,
but I can't give you that for free though.
Oh, no, I don't expect to get that for free.
Right. Well, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our general audience. So at the end of the day, we're here to serve the people. And a lot of people ask me, hey, why are you doing this? Here's the simple reason why I do this. My mother was a victim of predatory lending in the early 90s. She was also a victim of identity theft. And here's the sad part about it. Your Rocket guy who owns, most of downtown in Detroit now, you know who I'm talking about, who owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. He actually owns the company that actually was a predatory lender against my mother back in the late 90s.
I didn't know. I thought that was true, because I've been hearing that.
Yeah, he bought out Countrywide. Go do the research.
My condo mortgage was through Countrywide.
Yep. And Countrywide ripped off a lot of black people back in the late 90s, just like Wells Fargo is doing right now.
Yep. The only thing is, back then it wasn't no technology to get the word out for real. Like now everybody know, because it's all on social media.
Exactly. And when we go back and patronize these companies and don't hold them accountable, shame on you. Don't cry the victim role, because you gave them a pass and they got a slap on the hand. And I want to make sure our people understand this. I don't care if you never see me again. I don't care if you apply anything I do, because I'm asleep well at night. But I do care that you don't do stupid things to hurt your legacy. Does that make sense? Because a lot of times people say, well, what's your in? Yeah, you know what? I am going to get paid if I help you out. I'm not in the free business. All right. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
in the free business. But if Wells Fargo just literally 2 weeks ago got caught in another scandal about employing people and they were giving jobs to other people that are less qualified and people look like us, and then just 3 months ago, they got caught turning down black professionals made double the income of working class professionals for mortgages. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm lying, go check the research. And in 2017, they did the most egregious crime. They actually were writing false accounts up to billions of dollars in black people's names. And all they got was a $1 billion fine, but they made $5 billion.
Yeah, they should. That should be what is that? A class A felony or something like that?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
should be in
but
prison.
but check this out. Let's juxtapose that with what the teachers did in Atlanta, just helping the kids on the ACT test. And all they did was gave them a couple of answers. Each one of those teachers lost their jobs,
Yep.
and 70% of them went to jail.
Yep.
But Wells Fargo is still rolling right now with loans with people like us.
I think they have it to a parent. I forgot what state when she used like a family member address or her kid could go to a better school. They put her in prison, but
Yep.
of course she looked like
Put it.
us,
Yep.
so she had to go to jail. I'm like,
Yep.
man,
Imagine we used to all do that growing up. We lived in the wrong side of the tracks. We had a friend or a family member lived on the right side of the tracks. We were doing whatever we could to get ahead legally, ethically, and morally sound. But when we do something, oh, they give us the degree and the jail time even more than we deserve to get. They do something, they get a little
every
tap on the wrist, they pay a little fine, they keep it moving.
every time because people do that with colleges too, so they can get in-state tuition. I'm sure. I
Oh
would
yeah.
think.
Yeah. So I just challenge our people, if you're really serious about getting consumer debt free, having an 800 credit score, building assets like Asia have done, like Erica have done, like Diamond Dave had done, like I've done, then plug in and educate and invest in yourself. Because here's the thing, you can't go to dinner. I'm a bring in real folk. So Erica and I was just together 2 weeks ago. She was down here on my time and hanging out, right?
Where are you located?
I'm located in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Okay, so Erica's in Austin, right? So Erica came down for a photo shoot and some other stuff. So she told me she was in town, right, Asia? So I said, Erica, let me take you out to dinner. So we go to this place. It's called Whiskey Sours. We go there, 4 people. I want y'all to hear me. 4 people. I get an appetizer because I already ate, but I know Erica didn't eat. So I took my son with me. So I get appetizer. My son get appetizer. Erica hadn't eaten. She got a meal, whatever it was. 3 appetizers and 1 meal, it was $220. And it wasn't even that good. And it was an upscale restaurant. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And I'll show you the receipt.
That's the worst when you eat somewhere and it be trash.
Yeah. So I spent $200 something for 3 appetizers and 1 full meal and 2 drinks. And I got nothing but a good experience with Erica. But a lot of times people are like, oh man, $200. No, I can't spend that. But you're going to go out to the movies. You're going to go see your movie and 4 people. You can't go to the movies with 2 people at prime time for less than $100 now.
Yeah, not if you eating snacks and stuff.
No, you know you can't, because when I come up to Detroit, I'm usually in Southfield. I usually go to Novi. I usually go to Troy. I go to what's the seafood place? I'm trying to remember. I go to all the time. It's on the top of my head. They got some real good popcorn shrimp.
It's in Detroit.
Yeah, it's in the suburb. It's in Novi, and it's also in Troy. It's called. I'm having a senior moment. Now y'all know my age is jumping in. But anyway, I go to this place and we get a good meal service to us for a good value. But my point is, ladies and gentlemen, we spend money on what we want, not what we need. And when you're investing in yourself and getting education and access to a network, I want everybody, if you're watching this in the replay, I want you to write this down. It's called STEAM. Okay. Y'all probably think y'all heard this, but I actually created this. So it's S is for science, T is for technology, the E is for entrepreneurship, but the A is for access, and the M is for mentorship. So the most valuable part that you don't have to get to the next level is access and mentorship. So just like you and I, we're in the same network because you're connected and I'm connected to Erica.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got the vetting process between our relationship with Erica. Mm-hmm. And then having access that allows us to build wealth, because the power of our network is the power of our net worth. So Erica is worth a lot. You're worth a lot. I'm worth a lot. We come together. We have comprehensive and exponential growth versus one person.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Sense. You got time to answer a few questions?
Yeah. I'll be more than happy to answer some of your audience questions. Absolutely.
All right. I says, what path would you recommend to learn the knowledge and skill sets that you have acquired?
Okay, so they're asking about my skill sets, just to be clear.
I believe so.
Okay, so what path do you recommend to learn the knowledge and skill sets that you have acquired? All right, so Ice, here's what I'm gonna tell you. You should go get a book. It's called Good to Great. So I love giving out books to people. Here it is right here. So Ice, here's the first thing you need to do. Read chapter 5 in Good to Great by Jim Collins. This is a book that is a case study in the business schools across the country. Jim Collins was a provost at Stanford University. So what you need to figure out, Ice, is what is your particular passion or your interest. And let's say it is like mine. Okay. So what I did was I determined what it is I wanted to do from a financial education standpoint. And then I figured out what licenses I need to achieve. So what I did was I went and got my security license, my 6, my 63, my 26, and my financial educator's license. That was the first thing I did. Then the second thing in the hedgehog concept, Ice, what you have to do is find out what is your niche in a saturated market. Because I'm in the financial education market and now it's sexy, but it wasn't sexy 20 years ago when I started. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's a financial educator now. You know, AO and all them cats that are very young, right? So now when you find out what your niche, what's my niche? I work with middle-class Americans. Anybody that has an individual income, working class, 35,000 to married professional income to 250,000. I only work with those people. Okay. And then I have an economic engine that puts me in front of people. How do I do that? I come on shows like Asia's. I come on shows like Erica, like Diamond Dave, and I explain and answer questions from basic individuals that need more higher learning. That's how you get to my level. And then I spend 2 to 5 years to master my trade. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's the next question?
This is the same person. I think they meant more on the real estate investing side.
Okay. So on the real estate investing side, here's what you need to do. Number one, figure out what type of real estate that you can afford to buy before you just jump in. So if you're talking about multifamily, mobile homes, you're talking about luxury resorts, here's the mistake that people make. They try to bite off more than they can chew the first go around instead of paying the price of becoming the expert. So what I'm gonna first do is figure out how much money I can afford to risk that if it blew up, I would not have any challenges with my personal lifestyle. I'm gonna say that again. So if I can afford to invest 50 grand and it all blew up, it wouldn't change my lifestyle today. So most people do the complete opposite. They go out and overextend themselves with credit, loans, and everything. And then when the crap hits the fan, like you're talking about, Asia, in 2012, 2011 in Detroit, a lot of people lost their personal homes and their investment property. So the first thing you need to do is only invest what you can afford to lose. And the second thing before you even do that is actually get an assessment. Get an assessment and find out what type of investor you are. Then get a financial analytical report done to tell you what you can afford to lose, hedge, or risk. And then put a plan of action together. Then attack that property, crawl, walk, run. So like I did, I don't even like real estate. As a matter of fact, I hate real estate. But it's a necessary evil to have in my portfolio. So when the market crashed, ICE in Asia in 2008, 2009, I sold all my properties back to my buddy Clarence, which was a mistake. But since I didn't like real estate, I dumped them. But then in 2015, when I was at the Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao fight with my mentor, who's worth $20-30 million, he said, man, you need to get back in real estate. So I called Clarence up. I said, hey, Clarence, I got $50,000. I need as many houses as you can get. So in December of 2016, I bought 3 houses from the auction through Clarence, and all of them got rehabbed, and I still own those properties today. They pay me $900 a month. So let's do the math. So that's $900. So in 2016, I bought 3 houses, Asia. Ice, check this out. Check this out. This is how. So I got those houses at $7,000, $5,500. I put about 11, 12 into them. 50 grand, I got 3 houses. I don't think y'all heard me. 50 grand, I got 3 houses. So in 2016, I had 3 houses. 2017, I bought 1 more. 2018, I bought 1 more. 2019, I bought 1 more. 2020, I bought 1 more. I just showed you the last one we first started. I got 7 houses times 900. That's $6,300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's the thing. I hear what y'all saying. I don't have that kind of capital. Here's what I didn't say. I didn't buy it all with my money.
Thanks.
You see what I'm saying? So now, once I got the small walk run and I get used to being a master of the real estate residential property, then I go to the 4 units. Then I go to the multi-units. Then I go to the luxury, developments in Zanzibar. But y'all want to get rich without doing the work, so y'all don't have sustainability. Because guess what, Asia, this market is about to correct again in the next 24 months because the interest rates are going up and the
Yep.
prices are coming down. And those people who overbought because the banks gave them that money, I will be buying their stuff pennies on the dollar along with Asia.
But see, that's the thing though. This year I've been telling people like, hey, start paying. Like my goal this whole year is pay all my business credit cards off. Like once these flips is done, I'm paying all my cards off. I'm asked all for increases and I'm just gonna wait. Cause it's
Exactly.
coming. Like, I just bought a house for 9 grand. I put 13 into it. I probably rent it 850, 900.
There you go. That's the model right there.
Yep.
Right there. And we could plug people. And what's the next question?
No, Reggie was just saying we talking real facts when you was talking about Detroit and stuff, cause he's a big broker here, so that's my homie.
Okay. Yeah. We got to get together because, again, I have many of members that come through that still want to invest in the Detroit market. And this is a matter of making sure they're in the right hands. That's
Oh
the
yeah, I got you.
most
Yeah.
important thing for them. Make sure they're in the right hands. And what you and Reggie should be doing, if you're not already, make sure you have your corporations in the proper perspective and make sure you're taking dividends because you're probably not doing it. So let me drop y'all some nuggets for y'all. Okay. So you and Reggie should have your corporation set up. And again, I charge people $10,000. Well, I'm about to give you game for free. All right. So check this out. So put your corporations in the right structure. It doesn't have to be an LLC. There's 8 individual entities. Okay. So I'm talking to you and Reggie right now. I'm talking high level advice. All right. So there's 8 different entity structures. So especially when you're doing flips, you get major tax bills because you're paying short-term capital gains, right? So when you convert that in the right corporation, be it S corp or C corp, and then you take dividends on a quarterly basis based on how your CPA set up your bylaws and use this magic rule called Cafe Rule 125, as long as you make less than $79,000 in profit every year with all your write-offs, you will get tax-free investments for the rest of your life. And I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count, how I can guarantee you that.
Go ahead.
Number 1, I've done it for myself.
Facts.
Number 2, I do it for my clients all day that are executive members of my program.
Is the executive member the 197 thing?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know that ain't no $200.
No.
I know that ain't $200.
No. That's for the real serious people. But I do explain some of the basics of that in the class tonight, how you can get there to give you evolution, and I actually let you talk to my CPA to prove that what I'm telling you is real. And they're just tax codes. So when we fall in love with the LLC, what you got to understand, the LLC has only been around about 30 years. Okay. And the LLC was generated for you to have protection like a C corporation, but in order for you to have pass through your personal taxes. What happens in the LLC for you, Asia, and for Reggie, if you don't know this, which you should know as professionals, and again, I'm giving you $10,000 worth of game that I charge for. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Okay.
I know.
So when you are doing the LLC and you transfer in the taxes through your personal income, or you have a partner that don't need the tax write-off, they just need the protection. That's generally the genesis of an LLC. Okay. But if you go back to the Magna Carta, that trumps that is a C corporation. Nothing trumps a C corporation. How do we know? Because guess what? Chase is not an LLC. I hate to tell you. Berkshire Hathaway is not an LLC. I hate to tell you. They're
Trump
corporations.
LLC.
You see what I'm saying? They're corporations for a reason. Okay. So when you have those taxes come through, you pay 2 hidden tax that you don't even pay attention to. You have to pay unemployment tax. You have to pay Social Security tax. That's 15% taxation on your stuff. In addition, when you're flipping, you're paying 40% for short-term capital gains. So in essence, you're giving back 55% to Uncle Sam. But if you have a corporation or a C corp or a limited partnership set up with a GP attached to it, you can actually eliminate the self-security tax. I mean, the unemployment tax and Social Security tax. So let me ask you this question, Asia. Does Warren Buffett own multiple corporations in his portfolio?
I think so, yes.
Do you think he's an employee of any of those corporations?
Paperly, yes. Actually, no.
Yeah, actually is no and no. He's not an employee. He's just the owner. Okay.
Gotcha.
So since he's an owner, he doesn't have to pay Social Security tax. He doesn't have to pay unemployment tax. He takes dividends. And when he takes dividends and he gets all his allotted taxable write-offs, he don't pay taxes. And that's the reason why Warren Buffett has bragged several times. I pay less in taxes per capita than my secretary.
But people be mad at that, and like I'm glad I took accounting in high school because it really opened my eyes to like I be telling people taxes is really not for W-9 people or W-2. It's really for businesses and corporations like Trump. A lot of people be mad at him. I knew Trump was a genius when years ago I read an article that he bought a whole bunch of land or something and put I think cows on it or something
Mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
get the tax write off. So now his land is, it was like a golf course, so now it's considered agricultural land.
Yeah.
He was able to get a hell of a tax break. I'm like, that's genius. Like I would never thought of that. Who had to put cows on some land because cows maintain the grass?
Exactly. So what you need to understand, and I created this course, got assets, 3 steps to success in 2008. Okay. And the reason why I keep this is so people can see, some of the dates I used to do in 2008. So it's set up purposely. First, start a business, find the right corporate structure for the business. Then take that business and first revenue you make from that business, invest it in real estate. Then take that real estate and leverage the tax laws passively through your income portal. That's all you got to do.
Facts.
And I make millions of dollars teaching people how to do that.
I said you recommend, or I guess they asked him, do you recommend holding a trust to manage LLCs, corporations, and land trusts for properties?
It all depends on what the LLCs do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When you own stuff outright, Warren Buffett, that's right. Most of his companies that he owns, Star Furniture, Geico. Did y'all know that Warren Buffett is the majority owner of Geico?
No, but I did know he's the majority owner of some mobile home.
Yeah, the largest mobile home park
Yeah,
development in the country. That is
yeah.
correct. So if you want to roll like the big dogs, then you need to do what the big dogs do. And here's the great thing: God is no respecter of person nor of the tax laws. So what I have my people do every year, get the new tax code book, read out the tax codes that are applicable to your situation, and you should always have 3 relationships if you're serious about business. You should have a relationship with an accountant, an attorney, and a financial planner. If you're not serious. You're just running a pretend business.
You know what? So before the pandemic happened, I got on all for years. I was getting on my subs, get a CPA, get a CPA, get a CPA. The ones who did called me and was like, "Asia, thank you," because they was able to get all that grant money. They was able to get their SBA loan. They was able to get all this other stuff. The ones who didn't call me like, "Dang, Asia, I should like." For years, I've been telling y'all, get your CPA, get your paperwork together. And the ones who did, they called me, thanked me. They like, what I owe you? I'm like, you don't owe me nothing because me helping you helps me. Cause
Exactly.
like when this government work start coming in, it's certain documents that we have to present in order to even bid. And a lot of people I don't think they be understanding that. And I'm like, if you get your stuff together now, it won't cost you as much later on, now that you're trying to hurry up and do it. Like your CPA, like I got a construction CPA. So that makes a difference. I don't need just anybody that do taxes or if you a
Exactly.
TurboTax
A
guru.
specialist.
You can't
A,
help me.
a specialist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
And
I
that's
had to
what we
learn
fall
that
short.
early on because I had an accountant that did my tax when I used to be a highway engineer, and I ended up owing $5,000. And just a little bit I knew from high school, and I'm like, there's no way I should owe with all these tax write-offs I got, and I'm a 1099 employee.
Exactly. And I
Yeah,
always tell people, Asia, all accountants, all attorneys are not created equal. What is
facts.
their specialty? You don't ask the right questions, so you don't get the right service. You
Yep.
hear accountant referred by my friend, but what you didn't say, what are you accounting in? Oh, I'm a general accountant. Oh, okay. So you don't know nothing about construction or government contract. Nope, but I'll learn for you. No, thank you. Next.
Yep. Or you don't know nothing about develop. Like my CPA, her husband is a big developer in Baltimore. And she found me on LinkedIn years ago. And when I got ready, I remember her. I went back out and I've been rocking with her ever since. But yeah, me and you gonna talk because I pay for your for that course with the C Corp and stuff, because that's what I've always wanted to do. It was just always about finding the right person to do it because I'm not about to pay for that twice because I know it's gonna cost me.
Yeah, that's what it's all. That's all it is. And like I said, we created this special for you guys to give people 90% off. I think if I'm not mistaken, my manager sent you the link. If you can click the link and just show them what it all comprised of, I think that would give them even more appreciation of what the value it is for them. And let me share this with your people. I don't
Mhm.
need you to buy this course at all. Trust me. Most of my business is B2B. Most of my business are with Chase, University of Michigan, Montgomery Regional Airport. I go after corporations. I don't go after individuals because you know what? I'm going to spend the same amount of time trying to get Asia's business as I'm going to spend trying to get Chase business. Which one going to pay me better for my family?
Mhm.
It's going to be Chase. Chase is going to take longer. So yeah, this is exactly what we're offering, your people tonight.
All right, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So you need me to scroll down for you?
Yeah. You can just scroll down just to show your people what it value and takes, and they'll learn that it's a tremendous value.
Can you see me scrolling?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. And it's only $200. That's less than a pair of Jordans.
Yep. And I charge $2,000 for this in corporate America, all day, twice on Sunday. But we said we're coming on your show. We want to do something special for your audience, and we want to give them a better value than what we can give ourselves. And what you can see is you can just click that right there. That'll tell them if it's real. You can open it up the box. Yep. These are real testimonials.
So this is a testimonial for DJ the Money Coach. First of all, I got one of the best packages that you had. So that was A1. I love the team. They have really come through. You were amazing as a coach. Every week you showed up on time. Every single week. And trust me, I've been in a lot of courses, a lot of classes, spent a lot of money. And unfortunately, some people don't do what they say that they're going to do as a coach. It's not that I didn't know about some of the things, but the main part that I would say were different for me is learning about how to actually save the right amount of money for an emergency savings, learning about tax savings, and even how to structure your business more properly so that you can reap the benefits of the taxes and not be taxed so much.
Hello everybody, my name is Terry. I recently just linked up with DJ the Money Coach. He's been very helpful, gave me a lot of information, told me how I could turn my personal credit into business credit, also showed me how I could pay for a personal vehicle through my business and corporation setup, and also set me up with Melvin to help me actually put together a will, a power of attorney, a Roth IRA, and I'm only 25, so I'm just looking for the future, and these guys are setting me up, building my foundation strong. I just wanted to show my appreciation and say you guys should be next. Call DJ. He's definitely there to help.
I definitely would highly recommend DJ, the Money Coach. He's very personable. He's actually real. He actually does meet with his clients. I'm happy for that. And he actually has a team that he works with that that are actually real. They do call people, so they will call you. So that's kind of why I want to work with DJ, the Money Coach.
Hello, my name is George Paisley, and I just finished my first initial consultation with DJ, the Money Coach. And I have to say, it was very enlightening. I enjoyed it. He hit me to some game. In the first 2 minutes, he told me, by the way, I could save taxes on next year. So even if I didn't work with him, I left with that knowledge. To anyone else out there thinking about it, at the very least, take the time, have a talk with him, and let him show you how he can help you live that palm lifestyle.
Since meeting you, I have had the pleasure of meeting other people among your team who have given me the knowledge to be able to take my business to the next level. So I'm definitely looking forward to a better year from here on out. So thank you very much for placing those people in my path.
DJ the Money Coach has been helping me with my financial planning. Melvin Hobson has been helping me with family planning, learning how to structure generational wealth. And I've been working with James Lane on taxes and how to structure my business. So I'm really excited. This is a group of people, man, I really believe that's going to be able to help the Black community, and they're all doing this while I'm actually working over the road. So if you get the opportunity, get down with DJ the Money Coach and change your life.
The team, the DJ TMC team, created a financial plan for me, created a policy wherein I can create wealth for my great-granddaughter, who's 7 years old now. And because I didn't have these documents in place, I'm getting assistance with my will, power of attorney, and all of the documents that you would need to ensure that your policy, that your estate will be executed as you desire it to be. I strongly recommend the DJ TMC team.
You're looking at a satisfied customer. If you're like me and you have had problems with credit, you don't know enough about how to manage credit, you don't have enough money to invest in the stock market or set aside for retirement, then I encourage you to give DJ the Money Coach and his team a call. He has helped me, and I'm sure he'll help you. Shout out to Erica Williams for having DJ on your show.
Stop wishing better, start doing better, and move forward with somebody that has not only the knowledge, the skills, the talent, and the team to help you go where you want to go. I'll get more than my money's worth. If I can spend a few grand, several grand on a piece of luggage, I can spend a little bit to get a lot of it in the long run. So if you're thinking about doing better, stop thinking, start doing, and definitely get down with the pom-pom lifestyle.
Hello. My name's Arthur Jenner. Currently working over here contracting in Iraq to scrolling on YouTube right there, and Erica, DJ, the Money Coach, talking and everything. So we decided to sign on with them, with him and his team, to help take our business as well as ourselves, to another level. So with DJ and his team, I know, they can make that happen.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yep. And then we have tons of testimonials come in all the time, Asia, because we're just servicing our people, and our vocation is not about the money. It's about actually helping our people and leveraging the playing field for them, because they're at a disadvantage if they don't understand how money really works and how organizations are taking advantage of our people. And I appreciate you letting us come on the platform. So we want to give back to your community and your organization by helping them. And again, I just want to press upon everybody. I don't need not one penny from you. I just here to try to service you, and I'll leave you with this. I literally talked to a young lady yesterday that bought our basic package, and she just retired from Verizon. 51 years of age, she had $1 million. And you know what? The agent that was assigned her account rolled all her money over to a variable life policy. Didn't ask her what income she's going to have tomorrow. She actually depleted all her 401k, $200,000 she took out of her VUL, and she's got massive taxes she got to pay and everything. And she got to us, and now we're going to get all that corrected. We're also going to get that person fined for the egregious acts that person did, and they were assigned to her by Verizon.
That's a lawsuit, ain't it?
Oh, it's potentially, because here's what happened, is that this person set her down with another group of people who had big pensions and just put them in the same product, and that person made close to $500,000 in commissions.
I bet you they ain't look like us.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do what we do. So I appreciate you having me on your platform. And what we always tell people is that, hey, we wish them what we call, plenty of money, peace of mind, the pom-pom lifestyle. Come join us on the Beaches of World Club. Come join us with Erica in Zanzibar.
Y'all went this year. I couldn't go, but I told her to let me know when the next one is, because I'm overdue for a trip. I'm just waiting on these slips to get done, because I'm broke right now.
Oh, man. Trust me. You want to invest with us in Zanzibar. I'm telling you, it's a legacy play. It's amazing. I mean, think about this. I'm going to leave y'all with this. There's 4 major destinations attached to festivals every year that we all go to. When you think about a family of 4 going on a family vacation with young kids, where do they always try to go?
Out the country or in the country?
In the country.
Florida.
Disney.
Yeah, Florida. That's Florida, California, right?
Yep. So that's based on summers and Christmas, because they go see Cinderella and all that, right? They plan their lives around it, so much so there's 5 Disneys in the world. There's Disneyland, there's Disney in Florida, there's Euro Disney, there's Japan Disney as well. Billions of dollars for 7 decades, right? Now, when you and I want to go as adults to have a good time in the United States, where do we go?
Miami, Atlanta, where everybody else going, Vegas.
All right, there you go, Vegas.
That's it.
Right? So we plan major trips around that destination for major holidays, bachelorettes, weddings, gambling, etc. Recession proof, right? That whole strip has multi-billion-dollar hotels on it. Outside of the pandemic, Vegas makes money hand over fist. Would you agree with me on that one?
Agreed.
All right, so the third destination is, where do college kids go for spring break?
Florida, Daytona Beach, Miami, Cancun.
Boom. There you go. Cancun, Florida. And how long they been doing that? As long as you and I been alive, right?
Ever. Yep.
And do they plan a day in advance, or do they plan this stuff 6 months in advance where they get their hotel and everything like that?
6 months for sure.
Exactly. Now, here's the last one. Where do the brothers and sisters go during Easter, or what we call Ash Wednesday, and they go down there for a whole week?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. And what's that event called?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. And attached to that, we go to what's called the Essence Festival, right?
Facts.
Now, let me ask you a question. You got some houses you flipping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to say conservatively, you put 50 grand in. But if you would have put 50 grand in the beginning of the Essence Festival, do you think you would have made $1 million?
I'll be over $1 million.
Exactly. If you put 50 grand into Cancun, would you made over $1 million?
Yep.
So guess what? I just got the 5th destination on the planet in Zanzibar, because if you look up Zanzibar, I want y'all to look this up, real facts. It is the 2nd out of 20 top destinations in the world. That's Mauritius, Iberia, that's Thailand, that's the Philippines, that's Bora Bora. All these high-end destinations, Maldives, Cannes, right now on TripAdvisors. 2 destinations in Zanzibar are in the top 20. I bought a resort, ladies and gentlemen, that people are planning 6 months out of the year. It's called the kite season. If you pull up, let me just show you. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, because y'all got to know that these are the facts. Let me show you, because people don't.
What's the restrictions to fly over there with COVID and stuff?
None. Okay, cool. I'm unvaccinated, and I was there for 2 weeks in March.
All right, cool. Sign me up. So look, I turned 40 in January. We might have to have my 40th birthday there.
Well, here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is real. I'm about to show your people something that you ain't gonna believe. So let me see here. Let me do this the screen share again. I pulled up the wrong part. Let me stop the screen share. Let me see it. Let me see. Let me pull up the right one. All right. I'm gonna leave your group with this to think about it. Destination and luxury condominium. Okay.
Okay. You gotta do it so I can share your screen.
Okay. So I'm trying to pull it up again. Here we go. All right. So here we go. All right. So share screen. All right. That. Chrome tab. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the document. All right. I gotta bear with me. I'm not that great with technology. That's why I have a manager.
You want to send me the link and then I do it?
Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, here we go. Can you see it?
Yep. Let me add stream. There we go.
Did you see what that says? The soul at the Zanzibar life.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, so check this out. I want y'all to look up Page Beach. This is like South Beach, Martha's Vineyard, the Hamptons. This is like Saliso Island outside of San Francisco Bay. 6 months out of the year, this is where people from the UAE, Dubai, Cannes, and everywhere come to vacation 6 months out of the year. You see those 2 buildings right there off the Indian Ocean?
Mm-hmm.
I own one of those. This is what the development looks like. This is my building right here in the pink N5. Out of 10 beautiful, standing, luxurious buildings, I own 10% of this whole luxurious resort. And you can be an investor with us.
What's the minimum?
The minimum investment right now is $5,000.
Really?
Yep.
Now, I know people who accept small numbers like that, and they say they be stressed because the small number of people stress them out, but the big money people, they be like, that's what paperwork for, and I just sue you.
Yep. So I just showed them the 5th destination that people are around the world. So if you just look up Page Beach, kite season, KITE, 6 months out of the year, this place is jam-packed. I was there for 2 weeks with Erica.
Yeah, I remember she told me.
Right. You probably saw the video. Matter of fact, pull up Erica's website and you'll see her little Zanzibar piece, and it's the video with us in it together. And she said, while they're partying, I'm out buying real estate.
On her YouTube page?
Yeah, on her YouTube page, you scroll down about halfway from the beginning, and it says Zanzibar. It's like a little 3-minute clip. I'll find it for you, because your people need to know. This is the access to mentorship part I'm showing your people now.
Oh, she live right now too.
Oh Oh, here, I think I got it right here. I think.
Yeah, you probably get to it faster than me.
Yeah, let me see. Mine is okay. Yeah, here we go. Let me see how we share our screen. Hold on.
You gotta do like you just did, and then I'll put it to the
Okay.
on there.
So I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, let me show you people. There we go. I apologize for pulling up slow.
All good.
But I want to show your people the real opportunity. So here we go. YouTube, Erica, Zanzibar. I think it's buffering a little bit. I apologize. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. So I got to share my screen with you, right?
Yep.
All right, hold on. All right, so I'm going to push pause, and then I'm going to go here and share the screen again. See if I remember how to do that. And then I'm going to let you guys go, but just show you that. All right, the window, Zanzibar, tab. Okay, here we go. All right. Did you see it now?
Yep.
All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're gonna skip this little ad, unfortunately. I hate these ads. All right, here we go. This is Erica and I in Zanzibar.
That's beautiful.
So remember, destination and festival that everybody in the world builds their life around. This is what we offer. That's Erica flying first class to Zanzibar, sipping on her champagne.
I know that's right, first class.
These are one of the resorts that we will be staying at. So we'll be going back August 21st to August 30th with our investors and our bucket list trip people. We have 5 spots left right now if they just want to take the trip with us.
You got to send me the details.
Absolutely. I will send it to you. Erica will be going back with us as well.
I'm sure.
And she's investing in the program also. And you're talking about amazing. This place is God's heaven on earth.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The great thing about this Asia, $1 American dollar equals 2,300 of theirs.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's better than the peso. Damn. That's better than the peso.
Exactly.
Man. I thought we went to Cabo. I was doing something with my American money.
It blew me away. I couldn't believe it. $1 is equivalent to 2,300 of theirs. We were eating lobster dinners for $23.
Oh, hell no. That means you staying in 5-star stuff for the low. That means you in 5-star resorts for the low.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Sam. So the most expensive thing is probably your flight then. Yeah, just business.
Bomb lifestyle. Come join us on the beaches of the World Club, Zanzibar style, baby. Woo!
Yeah, this is dope. How many days were y'all there?
I was there for 2 weeks. Erica was there for 8 days.
How long is the flight?
The flight is 20 hours.
Oh yeah, you gotta be there at least 10 days.
Yeah. You got to go for at least 8 to 10 days minimum.
Yeah, because you're gonna lose 2 days in the air.
Yep, exactly. So I lost 2 days in the air and 8 days on the ground, and I did not want to come home. So I decided to buy a resort instead.
But if you were an investor over there, that's tax deductible because you got the business trip.
So we're gonna be doing all of this with the people on the trip. That's called a dhow in the middle of the sandbank. That's the tide has moved out, and if the tide was there, it'd be like 40 feet of water.
So if you're an investor in this, right,
Yep, you can write this completely off.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Like if you invest, you can write it
Through the
off.
proper corporation. Now, remind you, I'm not giving you tax advice. Check with your CPA or your tax attorney.
Of course. Do you have dates for all the times y'all gonna go, or August the last one for the year?
Yeah, we're just doing the dates right now for August 21st to August 30th.
All right.
Because we don't want to get too far out ahead of ourselves.
So if I come, can I fly out on the 20th since it's a 20-something?
Yeah, you can come there anytime you want to during that time period. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would probably come the day before because I'm already gonna lose that day flying.
Zanzibar.
I don't think I'll be able to do no more than a week though, because I got too much going on that time.
Wait for me to come.
But yeah, send that to me, please.
You can do that when you have what? A pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money, peace of mind. You got to come travel with us around the beaches of the World Club. It's real.
Listen, we'll give you highlight video soon. See you guys soon.
Yeah, I like that.
So this is one of my units right here in Zanzibar.
There's a low level unit, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. And you can see right there, we got a view of the Indian Ocean. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, with a terrace. See that?
So it's all condos?
Yep. Condos and duplexes and townhouses.
2-bedroom, 2-bath.
So we got 1-bedroom units, 2-bedroom units, and three-bedroom penthouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that penthouse because me and some friends will come. So yeah, you gotta send that to me because I would like to invest in that. That's dope, man. Like that's really dope. Like shout out to you for that. That's dope. And then with marketing and stuff, and right with social media, we'll post it for you. I'm sure Erica will and stuff too, though. Like,
yep,
that's dope.
So I would say I'll have Kadera send you our travel person to get you connected up. But that's what I just want to share with people, and that's why I was saying for me personally, Detroit, I'm doing another level.
Yeah.
But for the average person, they should invest in Detroit 120%. And then when they crawl, walk, and get into the steady run, then they should come check out Zanzibar as well.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because I tell that's so you made Detroit your stepping stone to get to the Zanzibar, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There you go. And I got 20 years doing this. So that's
you're an OG out here.
I appreciate you having me on your platform. Hopefully we've added some value to your people. If y'all want to join us in the next hour on our masterclass, just hit the link that Asia has, and it'll be well worth your investment. And again, we satisfaction guarantee what we do. If you do the work and it doesn't work, we'll help correct it. And if it don't work and you did it, man, we don't have no problem giving your money back because we're not doing this for your money. You understand? Okay. We're doing this to help you win. All right.
You also had your assistant send me the stuff for the other level of coaching with the corporate stuff. I'm gonna need that.
All right, I'll have Kadera send that to you. So thank you very much, guys. If you want to join us in the master class in the next hour, just hit the link and I'll see you live with Chase Bank. Thanks a lot, Asia. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with DJ the Money Coach. That was dope. I learned some stuff I knew, some stuff I did not know. I'm definitely about to be one of his clients as far as with the corporation stuff. Like a lot of that stuff I knew, but I didn't know in detail as far as like the dividends. Like that's a whole nother game changer for sure. So I'm gonna sign up. Hope y'all do too. The link is in the description box. If you're watching live on YouTube and Facebook, if you're on Instagram watching this, you'll have to go to those links or I'll put it in the link tree. But it's already a lot of links in my link tree as well. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. This was very awesome. Thank you again, DJ the Money Coach, for coming on. If y'all got any questions for me real quick, I can answer them. Let me scroll up. Hold on the gram. Let me see. Don't forget we have Detroit Real Estate Weekend. August 4th through August 7th with a lot of special guests and speakers. We have Ramon Toots, iHeart Credit, Real Estate Nasser, aka the Real Estate Duro. We have Dave, the Business Bully. I'll be doing a couple lives with them over the next few weeks. We have Trey Scott from City Planning. We got a lot of people coming, so I definitely hope to see y'all there. VIP is gonna be awesome. That's the mixer we're having, where you'll be able to talk to them more personable, and they can get your questions answered. Oh, also Dana Christian, can't forget my girl. It'll be more personable. We have a lot of people from the city coming out as well, so you can get your questions answered directly. The panel or slash workshop seminar will be August 5th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's when we're going to really break down and go over investing in Detroit, the future of Detroit, different developments and stuff like that that's going on, different neighborhoods to invest in. If you attend via VIP, you will get all of my ebooks for free, all of them, and we'll do a 1 hour like follow up probably like maybe within 30 days of the trip in case y'all got any more additional questions or if you got some properties that you're looking at to purchase. I'll include that as well. That's with VIP only. If you do the hotel option or the local option, either or is fine. The local option is just no hotel. So if you live in Detroit or you come to Detroit, you want to get your own hotel, that's fine. That's that price. And then also with VIP, we'll be doing a private tour of the city, doing property walkthroughs, some projects that I'm working on. Hopefully they'll be all sold by then, but or rented. But if they are, we'll just do a ride by or something. We'll show you the city, some properties that's for sale, and the whole shebang. And then that night we'll have a private mastermind. We're trying to get it at the container home facility that I'm partners with. So we're going to do a tour of that and have the mastermind there that night as well. So that's going to be pretty dope. Oh, we do got a question. Is Detroit close to Atlanta when it comes to new construction and fix and flips? Fix and flips almost there. New construction not yet. We there on the new construction as far as commercial, as far as all the stuff that's going on downtown and stuff, but it hasn't gotten to the neighborhoods like Atlanta yet, but it's coming. Some neighborhoods you are starting to see newer housing developments and apartment buildings, but not on the Atlanta level yet, but it's definitely coming. DPS, Detroit Public School System, like I always say, it's the last thing that's going to need to get fixed. Once that gets fixed, it's a wrap for Detroit as far as getting in on the cheaper price, because they just announced that $730 million is going towards the fix, upgrade, or build, demo and build for Detroit Public Schools. So that is a complete game changer. Our schools are old. Shoot, the original Cass Tech was probably over 100 plus years old, for they got rebuilt, and they just got rebuilt maybe 10 years ago, if that. So our schools are definitely old. Like we talking 1920s, 1930s old. So that's 100 years basically, and they definitely need to be rebuilt. So that's a game changer. What license do I recommend getting? As far as construction, definitely you need to take your Michigan Residential Builders test. I have a video on YouTube that explains what you need to do, the courses you need to take, the hours, and the entire process to be licensed. That's on the general contractor side. I'm also working on a course that will go into detail about being a GC. That should be out probably. I'm aiming for Black Friday. So that's the ultimate goal for that. So that's going to be dope. I don't know about a real estate side because I'm not a realtor, so I can't say, but I do have friends that are investors that are licensed realtors and brokers, because on that end they can list their own properties, they can do their own comps. And if you're a licensed broker in the state of Michigan, you can be a licensed property manager, because technically you got to be a broker to do that. So if that's what you're referring to, I hope I answered your question. His Instagram is DJ the Money Coach. I believe his YouTube is DJ the Money Coach as well. But if you type it in on the search bar, I'm sure it'll pop up. Any more questions? We got one on here about Detroit Real Estate Weekend VIP. So the VIP, again, it includes your hotel stay from August 4th to August, and check out August 7th. You do have to put your credit card on file to pay for any incidentals and whatever the deposit. I think it's $50 or something like that. And like if you want incidentals, there's your valet parking, your room service, or if you want to buy anything from the store down there, it's like a little convenience shop down there and stuff like that, or insert whatever. Or if you damage the room per se. What else can come with VIP? Oh, your meal, you get 3 meals. The VIP mixer, you're gonna eat there. We're gonna eat at the mastermind, and we're gonna eat I think it's 2 meals. I gotta look. I think it's 2 or 3 meals, but we always gonna feed y'all, so you ain't gotta worry about that. We might do a light breakfast for VIP only the day of the seminar. So I might do that. Just have like some I forgot what the term, continental breakfast. So we might do that. I'm not sure, but I know for sure it's 2. It's your hotel stay at the David A. Loft Whitney. What else? Your meals, transportation to all events outside of the A. Loft Whitney, but not transportation to and from the airport. Well, I'll take you back to the airport because we got to drop the rentals off and stuff like that. So if it's within that time frame, I ain't got no problem dropping people off because that just makes sense. High age, I completed my builders class, new GC load, and I am awesome. What up, though? Congratulations. Wish I had an applause button. Shout out to you. That's awesome. We need more black and brown licensed contractors. It is so much work out here. There's no competition. I don't look at anybody as competition because I ain't even paying attention to y'all and what y'all doing because I'm in my own lane, minding my own 2 cent business. Congratulations to you, Lucinda. I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna call you Miss Lucy. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Get it in, man. Just make sure you keep your license up to date now, because you know every 3 years you have to take a continuing 21 hours courses within like accounting, and I forgot all the other ones. Then after I think 10 years you don't have to no more, because they sent me a notice saying I don't have to do my continuing education anymore. I just got to pay my fee now because I'll be at 10 years August 2nd, I think, which is crazy. That came by fast. But congratulations to you. Also, I'll be doing a mentorship program starting soon. People been asking me for years. It'll be more on the GC side because that's my specialty, and kind of on the investing side, but investing in Detroit because that's my market. So I don't feel that I should be teaching y'all something that I ain't never did or that I don't know. I'm definitely gonna try to hit up DJ the Money Coach for that Zanzibar trip because that's awesome sauce. And I believe that's tax deductible. You have to talk to your licensed CPA because you're going on a business trip to acquire a new business or business investing. So there you go. Any more questions? Oh, so the regular tickets are, I think, $97 or something like that if you just want to attend the event, the workshop itself. But VIP is, let me pull it up. Let me share my screen. I be forgetting you can share screen on here. All right, share screen. Chrome tab. There we go. Alrighty. So here is the is an Eventbrite. Humanitrix hit me up too about trying them out for events. So I said the next event I might try them out, see who I like the best. But Eventbrite been around so long, you know, good old faithful. So let me pull it up. Where's my Eventbrite tab? Hold up. I see it in here, but I don't see it in it's crazy. Oh, there we go. All right, so here are the packages. I broke the packages down by the neighborhood. So we got Indian Village, that's VIP. Because you know, if you're in Detroit, you live in Indian Village, you rich. You rich. Actually, you rich. Like you rich living in Rosedale Park. Or if you got more than one bathroom, you consider rich in Detroit. So VIP is $24.97. We have 9 left. That's for single or the couples package. It's just 9 total. Because that's for your room. So you can do the 2-for-1 if you or your boo thing or your bestie or insert whatever you want to call that person. Want to do the 2-for-1 deal, that is $34.97. So basically y'all split it and you get a very nice hotel room. And that's that. It includes your VIP mastermind and dinner with all the special invited guests, free entry into all events. You get front row seating at the workshop. So you're going to have like your own little designated area like VIP only. Your hotel room is for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You must provide your ID and credit card and check-in for all incidentals, valet, room service, etc. Yeah, I was right. So here's a link to the hotel. You have to copy and paste because unfortunately, Eventbrite won't let us be great and it turns blue and you can just click on it. So my bad. You'll get VIP access. You're going to get your little swag bag, gift bag with t-shirts and all this great trinkets in there. You'll get all of my ebooks. And when I do my course, I'm trying to see what I can offer y'all for that too. So what I might do is do the price that you pay for a VIP, I might give you that price off my course when I do it. So I think that'd be dope. I'm also gonna have a private group me text group that'll be open for at least another year or so. And we'll tell y'all like every time we're gonna pick y'all up, drop y'all off, like what's going on, keep you updated. Cause I figure people will check their phone faster than they'll check their emails. If you local or want to do the no hotel option, that's $12.50. That includes your 2 meals, the tour, the meet and greet, same stuff, basically everything but your hotel. You are responsible to your own transportation though, to and from all events, except for the tour. Now you come to where I tell you where we picking up at the tour, which will be at the David A. Loft Whitney building, and then I'll drop you off from there. And then for the mastermind as well, that includes your transportation. Or if you want to follow the van in your car or whatever, that's your right too. No, I ain't tripping. We do have sponsorship opportunities available starting at $250. If you have purchased tickets, please send your t-shirt sizes by the end of June at the latest. If not, I'm gonna guess everybody is extra large, and that's gonna be that. And I think that's it on there. So hope to see y'all there. Hold on, what you say? Sign me up for your G-Store mentor. All right, send me a DM, Miss Lucy, or actually send me an email because I'm keeping everybody emails that's interested in one folder so I can start sending out. There will be a small cost, but the cost will give you like a year access to me. It won't be like a one-time thing. We'll do weekly or probably bi-weekly Zooms. You have to give me permission to record all information because I'm going to use the mentorship as part of the course, if that makes sense. So basically, y'all are helping me as I'm helping y'all. So that's the ultimate goal. But hope to see y'all. Somebody said 20 hours. Bless me, thank you. When I sneeze, I need that first class for sure. Anything over 6 hours, you're gonna have to first class me. Delta, please. Is wholesaling a solid strategy for Detroit? For sure. I've been wholesaling in Detroit since 2013. Definitely still good. Just don't. The thing is with Detroit, a lot of people think like Houston or Philly or other bigger markets than us, your wholesale fee gonna be stupid big. You're not gonna get $100,000 on one wholesale deal. If you get 10 $2,000 deals, that's great. That's 20 bands a month that you did not have. So I'm not a greedy person. So if I'm only gonna make $1,000, it was $1,000 more than I had. Some I've made 10, 15. I think the most I ever did on a wholesale was 15 grand. That's the most. And sometimes I had to split it with people because like I'll partner with other wholesalers and stuff like that. But it's nothing wrong with partnering either because the way I look at it, 50% of something is better 50% of nothing or 100% of nothing. So that's that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you again for DJ the Money Coach for coming on here hanging out with us. I'm started trying to do more lives on YouTube more frequently because I kind of like doing YouTube lives better than Instagram. Plus, it's easier to go back and like get clips and take notes and stuff, so I can make sure I go back over that. The next YouTube live will be. I'm working on the Brandon guy, Brandon Dressler from Preferred Funding Group. He was sick with COVID, so he's back. That's why he couldn't tune in. What was that? 2 weeks ago, he was supposed to come on, and we was just having a conversation basically. So he'll be coming back on too. I got to talk to him tomorrow to see when he can come back on because he said they got a lot of new programs and offers with all these new interest rates and stuff. So I'm very interested in hearing that. But the next What Up Though Fridays is let me look. It is customized channel. No, manage videos. I know it's in June. It's June 17th. So our topic that month is managing your Detroit rental properties. Mark is kind of going to be talking more about that because he is a licensed property manager in the state of Michigan and Georgia. So he'll be coming on talking more about that. So we'll be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 17th. The next one is July 15th. That topic is the importance of title with Emma. I tell people all the time, you can have all the money, you can have the best GC on your team to do the work and the money to pay the GC and to buy the house. But if that title bad, none of that other stuff matters. In August, like we do every August, we're going to talk about how to bid at the Detroit auction because August is when the list comes out for the tax auction, the Wayne County tax auction. So Wayne County includes Detroit, Novi, what's some other suburbs in Wayne County? Livonia. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But Wayne County is just not Detroit. It includes the surrounding Metro Detroit areas as well. You just have to Google to include all counties, or I'll do a post about it. And then after that, September 16th, we have, what's the topic? Oh, we're gonna do a recap of Detroit real estate weekend, so that's gonna be dope. I can't wait. And I don't think I got the rest of the topics yet. But if any topic y'all want us to talk about on What Up Though Fridays, I try to think about doing topics on stuff that a lot of questions I get asked in my DM. I try to do that as a topic. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out again for DJ the Money Coach. Link in the description box and bio on the Instagrams to get your ticket for Detroit Real Estate Weekend. We got 9 VIP tickets left, so I hope to see y'all then. Deuces.